inevitable physical decline. We are conditioned to believe that a human life hits its absolute peak in our 20s. We treat everything after that as a slow retreat from our best selves. This assumption has a massive psychological cost. It's why you see 25-year-olds feeling burnt out and 40-year-olds convinced they are already ancient. We chase empty leisure and sink hours into digital paradises because we feel we need to escape the pressure of a ticking clock. The fear of aging creates a mindset that actively drains us. By viewing decline as a biological mandate, we adopt habits that actually accelerate our decay. In 1968, Mira Alfassa delivered a message that bypassed typical spiritual platitudes to offer a radical, tested thesis. Known simply as the Mother, she spent her life investigating the limits of human biology. On her 90th birthday, she broadcast a revolutionary claim: youth has absolutely nothing to do with the number of years you have lived. While her body was 90 years old, her daily output and mental agility surpassed most people 7 decades younger. She possessed a drive for progress that time couldn't touch. Her vitality demonstrated that while the body ages by habit, the state we call old age is a psychological threshold we choose to cross. Old age begins the exact second a person decides they know enough and stops seeking new knowledge. It sets in when you view your past achievements as a finish line. The desire to sit down and simply enjoy the results of your past effort is the first stage of decline. True youth is a continuous readiness to abandon what you are today in order to become what you ought to be tomorrow. A youthful mindset sees the future as an attractive sun, shining with innumerable possibilities that have yet to be achieved. It is characterized by an absolute refusal to believe that any failure or condition is ever irreparable. By maintaining an insatiable thirst for progress, you generate a form of internal energy that replaces fading biological traits with a constant, evolving strength. Staying vital requires a rigorous inner discipline to maintain your momentum without burning out. Human nature includes a rebellious animal drive that craves chaotic stimulation. You have to master this part of yourself to eliminate useless, draining agitation. You learn to act with a quiet, composed poise. The greatest human strength comes from deep peace and silence, not from frantic activity. A genuine love for daily work powers this process. This mindset transforms work from a chore into the primary field for self-mastery. Mastering your internal focus over external chaos creates a specific mechanism that prevents the mind and body from failing prematurely. This concept of personal progress scales up to the grand philosophy of Sri Aurobindo. He argued that man is not the ultimate product of evolution, but a transitional being. This handwritten document explains the problem with traditional spiritualities. They often seek a personal liberation that leaves the world to its unhappy plight. The text outlines a much more radical aim: to bring that realization down to earth and change the material conditions of life, until every cell reflects a higher consciousness. This pressure is forcing the earth into a new groove. The old tragic cycles of human history are being broken because the collective drive for progress is finally overcoming planetary inertia. If the human race is a stepping stone to something more advanced, then our individual refusal to stop growing becomes the engine that pushes the entire species forward. This perspective makes escapism feel pointless. There is no reason to be born if the only goal is to eventually retreat from the world. This daily personal discipline constitutes a direct collaboration in a cosmic adventure. You are physically manifesting a new way of being on this planet. You can be truly young at 100 if you refuse to stop evolving. In the end, the Mother's philosophy defines the path forward. To be young is to live in the future for the